Everyone, it's get my voice going here. It's Thursday morning, August the 28th in Sabang, Palawan, Philippines. Surveying some of the aftermath of the tropical storm we've had the past 3 or 4 days, especially yesterday. Again, here in Sabang, it dumped another 8 to 12 inches of rain approximately. My guesstimation, there's lots of little roofs tore off, big limb there hit that motorbike. Lots of relatively minor damage, or it depends on your perspective. If it's yours, it's major, but yeah, there's little roofs, little awnings broken off and signs blown down. And last night when I walked here about 5:30, just before dark, the water was up to this around this corner. We'll see. I'm sure it's still over the road a little bit, but I didn't want to walk through it because it's still raining real heavy. I bought a little rain jacket to wear around so I'm not absolutely soaked. But it's much lower. But last night it was up to about this gravel path here is flowing across there, down through there, and this was probably almost a 1.5 to 2 feet deep down where I'm starting to walk now. That's the, I think, 4 point zones that. And over there, that was all underwater last night by 1 foot or 2. So appears there's about 6-8 inches. This field was full. So a little bit of wind, I would say maybe 40 to 60 mile an hour gusts, maybe, approximately, on and off throughout the day. It wasn't like a constant wind event. It would come and go throughout the day, and it rained most of the day. So yeah, this is like so far about 4 to 6 inches deep through here. A little bit of a current coming across there because there's some rice fields and a creek out through there. So I just wanted to share that. So we're making a couple of 2 or 3 videos so we see something interesting to film. But right out the door there, looks like it broke down the fencing there on the corner. You can see some debris next to the church there. Dog inside the church. Doors are open, so I'm sure it was into the church by a couple feet. Looked to me like it's maybe again 3 to 4 feet deep, possibly. I'm not sure if it got worse or better after I left. I assume it did let up a little bit, but you can see a lot of the limbs and stuff. So yeah, it makes you feel for the people because they just had this happen about 3 weeks ago with another tropical storm that come through. But I'm sure it's par for the course, or whatever, however you say that, here in the Philippines. It's the rainy season and they get about 20 some typhoons and things like that. So there's a truck driver going through. Last night is pretty much nobody was riding anything through it. I seen a truck and he said he's not going through it, so didn't want to damage his truck. There's the local filling station. So yeah, little limbs down, and some, if anything was weak or not attached very well, just blown over, peeled off the roof and stuff. So this gas station is probably underwater there. I'm not sure how they vent their tanks or what happens with that, but they're over there. So there's some gas prices here in Sabang, 73 and 76 it looks like with my eyes. Not so good. So that's up about 5 or 6 pesos per liter since I've been here. And it's about 20 cents or so, 20 pesos, I mean, over what you get in Port-au-Prince, which is the bigger city here in Palawan. So to come out this far, it's cost you about 20 extra pesos per liter. So there comes another truck driver. I don't know if they're gonna have school today or not. So this that's a rice field there. It usually has some water, but that's a little more than normal. It's not raining too much, a couple sprinkles and drips off the trees, so, but I never made it up here because it was getting late and deep and still increasing. I didn't want to have to wade up and swim back or spend the night up here somewhere. So, but there's the creek over here on the right as you go up here. They just had cleaned that and everything. So there's another gentleman and people getting out and surveying the damages and stuff. But up there on the knoll, just beyond that van's where the creek crosses, and this low land where the rice fields and things like that. So it's all relatively low because you have the mountains on the left and right. So yeah, it looks like it's going to come up another downpour. It's throughout the night, about every hour or two we got a heavy burst. So I may turn this off and end the video at any time. I'm not sure how the restaurant fared there. I know the chef, and here's the place down next to me. So he said it's just a regular, somewhat irregular occurrence, and people just roll with it. 1, 2, 3 days, they'll have things spruced up, and stores will probably be open today for the most part, even the ones that got some damage and stuff. So yeah, people are very flexible and adjustable, and still talk to you on a day like today, and get up and they roll with the punches quite well here. It's something to be admired. So, although I'm sure it still hurts. So you can see the mountains there in the mist and fog, and this is where the rain's coming from. So I do think we'll get another downpour here shortly. And that mountain, about half of it's covered in cloud. Just the tip of that one there, and that one's open, a little misty. So you're here, it'll roar across the mountainside when it's a heavy rain. So we'll walk down here. That's this a field. Might have been a rice field at one time, but now it's just a field, but it has a foot or so of water. We're headed down to the beach here this while, since I got my I want to say life jacket, since I got my rain jacket, and I don't get absolutely soaked, although it's pretty warm here in the Philippines. So even at 6 in the morning after raining all night, that's really gushing through there. So, but yeah, water's down from what it was, so it's dropped about 2 or 3 feet since 5, 6, 7 o'clock last night, but the wind it continued off and on, just a lot less. But again, it was I would guesstimate 8 to 12 inches of rain yesterday, and then it had been raining off and on for 2 or 3 days prior to that. Looks like we got a couple days at least more. So they say rainy season lasts till about December here. So, and the creek flows down here behind these houses, and a little one comes in over under the road, a couple drainage ditches. So there's that one. People having some little issues, and lots of debris here from the trees being blown around. So just wanted to share that. So once again, on the last videos, I asked if anybody was interested in trying to help me out and help people here and stuff, donate anything. So nobody responded to that, but if somebody does, I'd be happy to discuss that with you somehow on email or Facebook or something, and I'll be sure to get the things out to the people that you're wanting to help here, that I'm also wanting to help. So there's the creek. They cleared that since the last storm about 3 or 4 weeks ago. They took all the debris and cut along the creek and opened it up, made it nice to look at, plus you got less debris. Here's some of the stuff they stacked over here from that. They had 2 cleanups that I'm aware of. So they did a nice job. It was good to see the town come out. Matter of fact, this past weekend, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, they were doing that along here. I was like, there was probably 20 trikes and 3 or 4 trucks, and the Army or Marines were out. Some military portion showed up, and it's kind of neat to see. And I'm pretty sure it's all voluntary, and they're taking pride and care in their community. The next interest of flood would be down here, but it's probably dropped below the road, I suppose, as well, because it's the road's about 2 or 3, about a meter maybe above the field. So since it's dropped off the road a lot up there around the corner where I just showed you, I'm sure it's dropped here as well. So, but just wanted to update you. Another tropical storm hits Palawan, and with some heavy rain and flooding. Last time these pillars along the left and right up here, if you can see them, yeah, they were underwater. So the road's clean at the moment, but I'm sure it was under, and here comes the rain. So I'm gonna cut this one off, and if we get down to the beach and I see something interesting that's not raining, I'll turn it back on and shoot you another little video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Feel free to comment and share and like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.